Is BYU at Texas Tech an elimination game? I think it is. I think that for Texas Tech, you can't lose this game. If you lose this game, all that money you spent, wasted. As simple as that. And I don't agree with the folks in Dallas and Fort Worth talking about, hey, should Joey be fired if we lose this game and we don't get into the CFP? It's a conversation I would have, but would I fire him? Probably not. Probably not. You better go get a quarterback, because if you lose to BYU, it's because the quarterback was ass again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, that BYU, I think BYU, if they win this game, is going to have to really work hard not to get into the CFP. Conference championship or otherwise.
Yeah, I think the issue, for Joey is that one, I wouldn't fire him no matter how this season works out. You don't make the CFP, I'm not firing him. They're clearly better. They're clearly competitive, and they're clearly leading the Big 12. But I think that the indictment is what do you have in the pipeline? And I've kind of shifted on this, and I agree with what all the major players have said, right? The Sarks and the Lanes and all the heavy hitters in coaching is like, it's not necessarily just what you have this year. It's what's the total picture? I mean, if you're bad this year, or if you underachieve this year, okay, well, what do the next 2-3 years look like recruiting wise? Because if we fire you, who are we going to go and get? And how much did we throw away in the portal and in the recruiting pipeline? And that's what I think the issue is that everybody is quick to say, yeah, dude, if we don't get in and we disappoint, fire him. But again, who are you going to go and hire?
If you lose this game, it's exceptionally disappointing.
Yeah, it is.
And with all due respect to Joey McGuire, I don't think that's a difficult replacement. What resume has he built at Texas Tech?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm being serious. If you're talking about who are we going to go and hire, if we play the what-if game and they fire Joey McGuire, they won't, and I don't think they should, and I'm not telling you to. If they fire Joey McGuire, he loses 2 of his last 3, which could happen. If he loses 2 of his last 3 games, they miss the college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say they lose to BYU and they somehow lose to West Virginia and Morgantown. Miss the playoff. Okay. Are you better than LSU or Florida? No. Are you better than Penn State?
No.
No. Arkansas?
Depends who you ask. It's close, but probably.
Probably. Your road to the Texas Tech is an easier road to the college football playoff.
Certainly. Clemson?
I don't. You're better than Clemson. I would far rather have the Texas Tech job than the Clemson job.
Florida State.
Florida State's a way better job.
So, I mean, you're probably like 6-7 on the totem pole, 6 through 8 on the totem pole for open jobs right now. If you got LSU, Florida, Florida State, Penn State, theoretically Ole Miss is going to be open.
You're better than Ole Miss. You're a better job than Ole Miss. You've got more money. You've got more access. The hill to climb in the SEC is daunting at best.
Mm-hmm.
Daunting at best. I don't know. It's again, this conversation. He has money. He has access. He's got facilities, everything he needs in Lubbock to win.
So why would you fire him?
Because he's not winning. And I think that.
Yeah, I have trouble with that, bro. It's the first time you're there. Like, again, this is the conversation around, yeah, okay, you spent money. Yes. You invested. Yes. You're clearly better. Yes. But again, that doesn't guarantee you a championship. Now, if you miss the CFP, he doesn't have anything but, significant in the portal talent-wise. He doesn't have a top 10 class again. Yeah. Then, okay, yeah, maybe I consider firing him. But the truth of the matter is this is a shots on goal sport, right? I mean, the reason that Ryan Day and Kirby and Dabo 5 years ago and, any of the greats are great is because they're there consistently. They don't win every year, but they're there consistently.
Yeah, I
So
would
if
agree with that.
so so if Joey can't figure it out, if Joey can't figure it out, this year, next year, then I'd probably fire him. But
Yeah, I think the problem with that is you're just wasting time. There are no brands in this league. Texas Tech, and I've talked about this for a long time. BYU, these two programs have an opportunity to be the big dogs in this league, and for a long time. That's what we're playing for on Saturday. You guys understand that, right? Like, we're not playing for a spot in the college football playoff. That's superfluous. What we're playing for is legitimacy, domination. If BYU goes to Lubbock and wins, what's stopping them? Nothing. If BYU goes to Lubbock and wins, they're the single biggest brand in this league, and they might be that already, frankly. They have the biggest fan base. They have the best traveling squad. Best uniforms, best media, you name it, they got it. They just haven't won a big game yet. And now they have that opportunity, right? They're in the conference. And they have an opportunity to go to Lubbock and absolutely end Texas Tech's season. Let's see what you're about. Now, if Texas Tech wants to beat BYU and then beat them again in the conference championship and go to the college football playoff, now we're having a different discussion. But I would also point out what happened to TCU when they went to the college football playoff. Not much. Didn't become a behemoth. But I understand that was a different time and day. Just getting there is not good enough. You have to go again and again. And what did you say? At multiple bites at the apple. You have to go again and again and again. That's what I question about Joey McGuire and Texas Tech.
yeah, I think we agree on that. I just think that listen, Texas Tech is in a much stronger position than they were. Without a doubt. And Joey's been the head coach. Joey's navigated several things here. I think they just need to be careful not being too hasty with their bitterness around not getting in if they don't get in, which is a huge if. I mean, we're speculating, obviously. So if you get in and you lose, you're one and done in the CFP. That's obviously miles different than being not in at all, right?
I would agree.
I mean, if he's a one and done in the CFP, you're not firing him, right?
I
we
would
agree on that.
I would agree.
So
if you're in the college football playoff, you're good to go. You're golden. You're making money. You're making money for your partners. You're making money for,
yeah,
you're doing it. You are doing a lot.
I would also bring up though too, isn't part of supporting a football program understanding that it isn't an exact science? I mean, isn't that an investment where you're like, hey, like theoretically we've got everything that we need, but it does come down to the play on the field and, a kick here, a kick there, whatever it might be, play here, play there type thing. So I just think we're all I agree with Sark, dude. We're all very quick to want to fire people. And I think you just got to make sure that's actually the correct decision. Firing Brian Kelly when you did was the correct decision, and I think we both agree it was late. But I think Joey, I don't know, man. I think he's done a lot this year. I think beating BYU would go a long way.
I don't think he's done a lot this year. I don't think Joey McGuire's done. What has Joey McGuire done this year?
He's put them on a CFP track.
You can't lose to Arizona State. If you spent this money, and I'm tired of hearing about how great this defense is, and Barron is this and Barron is that. They've accomplished nothing. They've accomplished nothing. They have won nothing. They have done nothing other than what many, many other teams have done. Won every game but one. That's what they've done. They have. I'm in a position now where when I look at this conversation and we talk about the Big 12, at some point we have to change the tone. It's not good enough to lose to Arizona State because you're significantly better than Arizona State. You're significantly better. But it was one game. It doesn't matter. Look at all the money you spent. Look how much I've heard about defense. Look how much I've heard about offense. Look how much I've heard about this and that. You've done nothing. Saturday, you have a chance to do something. Saturday, you have a chance to reassert yourself as the best team in the Big 12, unless you're not. That's where we are. What has he done?
Yeah. As far as winning, I guess he hasn't done anything. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's been. I think that Texas Tech went from being a nobody to finally making noise in the conference and finally, actually being on a rankings, sheet. I think that's massive improvement in your football program. But
yeah, Lopes fan Gabe's been a member of the program for 34 months. Almost 3 years.
By the way, I went and looked back when as far as YouTube and everything. January 22nd of 2018, our first show ever on YouTube did 70 views.
Oh my God.
And it was done on a cell phone, I might add.
Wild. At those days we were wilding back in those days. Chewy Gonzalez for $5. Monty, Notre Dame is in regardless. I guess if you're one of the 12 best teams in the country, as ranked by the CFP committee, you're in. There's no way to keep them out. That's what they got selling their souls and vote. Yeah, that's exactly what they got. I don't disagree with that at all. And I don't agree with it. I love Notre Dame with all of my heart. And I hate where we are as a football program. We are in that no man's land of, well, we're pretty good. We're not ass. We don't
every
suck.
Year.
Last year, yeah. They don't belong. This is what we talked about. You lost the only 2 games on your schedule that mattered.
But does it matter if they belong, if they're in?
It does. In my opinion, it does. Because we're living a lie. Right? Like we've got a second family that lives 5 miles down the road. Right? And daddy's always going on work trips. We're lying. We're living a lie. Man, like I am.
Look right now, we ass.
And I don't even think we're ass. I think Notre Dame is a good football team. Good football team shouldn't be in the college football playoff. It needs to be 12 of the best teams in the country. Can you really say that Notre Dame is better than Texas? I don't know.
Do you think Arch Manning would be able to decipher the Notre Dame defense?
Yeah, because we can't cover anybody. And I'm not saying that Texas is loaded with dynamic wide receivers, but our secondary is not good. It is, and I shouldn't say that. It's not the elite secondary that people made it out to be. The defense is not nearly as good this year as it was last year. And we just figured out that we should run the football more. And CJ Carr, I think, has developed and grown, and Notre Dame's not one of the 12 best teams in the country. Notre Dame's not better than Texas, in my opinion. Aggie's better than Notre Dame.
Right.
You know? I mean,
right.
Aggie, welcome to the membership. Appreciate you. Appreciate that very much. Will Johnson is a big loss to them. Why are we talking about Will Johnson? What am I missing?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out. You mean the Arizona Cardinal Will Johnson? What am I missing? 11 best teams in the country and the best group of 6 school. Okay, call it whatever you want. I call it the 12 best teams in the country. So, whoa, what happened there? If Notre Dame defeats Pitt, Syracuse, Stanford, and Notre Dame finishes the regular season at 10-2, I consider them as being playoff worthy. Sure. Okay. You know, I mean, I probably am being too harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I freely admit it. I'm probably being too harsh. Joey Harper. This is more of an elimination game for Tech because if Cincinnati wins out, Tech doesn't smell the championship game, never mind the playoffs. Well, I think Cincinnati got massively exposed by the Utes. The Utes took them, they dismantled Cincinnati. I mean, they absolutely dismantled Cincinnati. There is no question about that.
Yeah, Cincinnati's a great team, man. Wow, look what they did against that Iowa State defense. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Why don't they go back and use computer model that will determine strength of schedule? BCS is dead. Come on. Stop. Utah should be top 10. BYU and Texas Tech got lucky. Stop.
Okay.
I'm not here for it today. Super Mustang agreed, Jake. Okay. Look, I don't think I don't think that we can sit here and play the game of the what ifs or they got luckies or I'm not willing to do that. BYU is certainly a better team than Utah. I mean, depth-wise, execution-wise, you know, that's just I'm not even sure that is I'm not even sure that's controversial.
It's not.
Is that controversial?
No, it's not.
At all. I don't think it's controversial at all. So, but again, I could be wrong. What do I know? I'm just a big dumb.
Yeah, you don't know ball, Monty. Come on.
Austin Davis, the newest member of the Monty Show. Austin, appreciate you. Yeah, it's fine. Brandon, it's all going to sort itself out in the next 3 weeks. It will. You got to win football games. Boomer Sooner, hello. Still think it would be Texas Tech versus BYU for the Big-12 championship. I think Texas Tech wins this game. I think there's such immense pressure on Joey McGuire to perform.
They better, man. They better win this game. I mean, it was.
Well, according to you, if they lose the game, there's no repercussions. So
I know, and we should just fire everybody for everything because there's 1,000,001 coaches to replace jobs these days. You know.
I don't disagree with you. The awkward guy, a member for 13 months on the Monty program. If Texas loses to Georgia but beats A&M, are they in? I don't think so.
There should be 0-3 lost teams in the CFP.
And I think that is what will happen. I think that's what will happen. Xavier Watts and Benjamin Morrison, Endy misses those two. I think they miss Al Golden. They miss the scheme. They miss the tenacity. Because listen, I think Leonard Moore and Zachary and our secondary is good. It's not great. That's the biggest issue. I just don't see that we are, that we're this unbelievable team.
Yeah, but they find a way. I mean, in a lot of games that they probably shouldn't. And I think that's what people like to talk about is like, and this is what we've talked about, is that it's really, it's very much a lot of like unscripted, just sort of chaotic football that they find a way to get a good result out of. And that, again, that to me is why I say, like, I don't think that they're a more attractive CFP pick on the field. I think that they're a more attractive pick in the TV room. Like, that's why they're in there. And I just think I agree. That's the deal you made. So win out the rest of your games and you're in. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, and I think our defense is good. I'm not saying our defense is bad. It's not what last year's club was. And I think Devontae Smith, Leonard Moore, Aiden Schuler, Tay Johnson, like, that's a decent secondary. They don't play well all the time. We lost to Miami because we chose not to kill people. Right? I mean, Aiden Schuler made a business decision. And it cost us dearly. It cost us dearly. You know, it absolutely cost us dearly.
No question.
Did anyone see that Walker Kessler's done for the season already? Walker Kessler and the Utah Jazz frustrate me. Walker Kessler, who is probably top 5 of my favorite NBA players, beyond the fact he's misused and poorly coached, he's got a labrum issue in his shoulder. He's going to have season-ending shoulder surgery. And what does it do? It locks him into the Jazz. It's what it does. It is, yeah. I feel awful for the kid because he's an absolute stud. He is an absolute stud.
I mean, they did do a deal on Jared Vanderbilt when he was hurt, if memory serves, with the Lakers. I mean, maybe there's something there, but, not ideal.
Hit the live chat at the top of the screen instead of to chat, Chewy Gonzalez. Okay. Basketball sucks. Okay.
Man, wow, Conundrum. That was just such a productive comment, dude. I don't know what we would have done without you there, dude.
My apartment, the condo people keep calling me. Do I answer the phone?
Okay, yes, answer the phone. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Hello. Yep, that's me.
Hello.
Yes. Oh. Yep, that's mine.
This has to be a car-related issue.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm in the middle of my show. Let me I'll move it after the show. Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay. All right, thanks. The drama.
Okay, tell the story, dude. We got time today.
We got a new. So I drive a luxury vehicle.
Here, let's do everyone a favor. Here it is. Okay,
there it is. I drive a 2025 BMW X4M competition, which they eliminated the competition package now. I don't know how many people heard that. It is now standard on all M's. Here nor there. I don't love my parking spot currently. I park in a corner, but the spot's tight. There's a cement post. When you have 3 legs, it's tough to get around that post.
Right.
You feel me? And so I switch parking spots into a spot where I can pull in crooked and have way more room. And they want me to go move my car into my new spot because they sold my spot. Parking in Seattle is a racket. I'm just going to tell you, it is absolutely a racket.
So hold on. So I just want to make sure I understand. They sell your spot.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, you need to get out of the spot like ASAP.
She said, we need you to come move your car because somebody else has purchased that spot and they want to park their car there. And I said, well, I'm doing my show. I can move it after the show about 5:00 or whatever I said. She said, okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. So,
big baller material there.
Yeah. I love the car. The wife and I, the ball and chain.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last night. It's a joy to drive that car.
Yeah. It's an awesome machine.
It is a joy to drive that car. It is.
Does she ever drive it anymore?
No, fuck no. She won't. She will not. She will not park the car in the spot. So, but it's it's wild to me. Parking is a racket in Seattle. It is thousands of dollars a month, and I don't even know how you.
It's crazy.
I don't even know. Yeah. Whoa. What you think you would have assigned parking spot that comes with the condo? You don't. You get one spot. I pay $750 a month for a parking spot. Yeah. I don't even mind telling you, my note on this condo is $4,100 a month. And I live in a tower smack dab in the middle of downtown Seattle. Beautiful. I have a water view.
Yeah, it's an awesome spot.
I have a great location. I love it. It's fantastic. The issue that happens is the issue that this light just turned on. Like, what are we doing? The issue that happens is it's super expensive. And I don't live on the upper floors of this building. The condos on the upper floors, are like $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month. And there's a guy who has a GT3 RS, a Porsche GT3 RS. He pays for 2 parking spots.
Yeah.
Right next to each other. There's a new 911 Turbo S that just got purchased. He also pays for 2 parking spots.
Well, I feel like that's kind of part of owning that car in a downtown environment, though. I mean, come on, dude. You're really not gonna protect the car. I mean, come on.
I'm not paying for 2 parking spots. I have full PPF on mine, paint protection film. Like, I'm not paying for 2 spots. That's just not happening. You're what did he? All right. You're in Seattle, been battling a heart condition and must have missed something. My wife's a baller. Monty, real question is, are you golfing?
No.
Not recently. It has been, and I don't know how we got diverted here, but it has been such a challenge just to go from a house to a condo. And like this past weekend, I spent all day Saturday organizing this closet that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Just to fit my golf clubs in this closet was a major undertaking. Like, I had to take everything out of that closet, build new shelves. It is such a different lifestyle living in a condo versus your house.
What do you prefer now that you've done both?
Oh, a house all day. With a golf studio in my backyard, and yeah, I'll take the house all day. But I love living downtown. I love living near Pike Marketplace. I love being able to walk everywhere.
Where does Seattle rank on the totem pole of cities lived in?
Pretty high up, frankly. I hate the weed. It is everywhere here. Well, and Donnie says the city's on fire and
right.
riots.
But
Seattle
this right here is a real concern out of Toot here, right? In a condo, the neighbors can hear you getting all 21 times a month.
Not at all.
Not
at all, dude. I don't hear anyone. They don't hear me. The biggest problem is you got to close your blinds when you get naked.
Well, Monty, you were really putting on a show.
I'm telling you, it is a pleasure. It is absolutely a pleasure to live. Seattle's a great town. It is. It's not what I want to call my final destination.
Right.
Certainly not. But I love living in Seattle. There's no doubt about that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, there's great golf here in Seattle. I just haven't had time or. But if I could live anywhere, Southern California. Give me a townhouse on the beach in Huntington. Done. Oh, Gavin and all those crazy. That's why everybody's moving to California again. I see Monty in Florida kicking back, golfing, great weather. Hey,
Florida golf's different, bro.
My wife will not move to Florida.
I'm just not interested in the Hurricanes, dude. I could see having a little vacation spot there or something, but I'm not interested in living there full time.
I got to turn this light off. What are we doing here?
Oh boy. Monty Ghost is back, dude.
What are we doing here? Like, give me my ambiance, MFers. You know, give me my ambiance. I need my mood lighting. This is way better.
Is that usually how it is?
This right here.
Yeah.
This right here is how it usually is. Although I have 2 big LED panels right here.
Yeah.
Thank you to the membership for paying for those. But Monty,
are you the pastor at the church?
Monty, you will smell just as much weed in California coast. No, dude, it is. You walk down the street here and people are openly smoking J's, and it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Well, and then there is this. Yeah. Hurricanes. I want nothing to do with hurricanes. What happened to Jamaica and Cuba last week? No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that.
I'm going to say I don't need that in my life. I'm going to say that's not my thing. Yeah. Loading a bowl of cron. Be right back. Okay. Husker, could a homeless person take up a vacant parking spot in Seattle and claim squatters' rights? Well,
yeah, I mean, seriously, there's got to be some strategy to it.
Dude, I'm telling you, I went to the Kraken game against the Hawks the other night. $50 to park. Give me the $16 Ubers. Right? I mean, parking in this town is an absolute.
But again, all the Ubers aren't even created equal either, though. I mean, I saw that firsthand with you when I was there.
I totally agree. The Ubers, bro. Some of the Ubers in this town are, I mean, the food's better. Marcus, the TV executive, is saying the food in Seattle is elite.
What is the best thing so far? I mean, you talk about it multiple times a week. I mean, is it the chowder, or like, honestly, what's the best thing you think?
The best food I've had. There's a dim sum place. There's a bun place where you can get pork inside of a baked. Essentially, it's a Hot Pocket, but better. Those are really good. I mean, we found a joint on Pike Marketplace that makes the best homemade cookies. Ridiculous. Chowder here is off the charts. The food here, there's a really good Mexican taco place right by my place.
Yeah, that place is really good, actually. Yeah.
The Greek food, the falafel, gyro, jam, the Indian food. I mean, it's all stupid good. It's all really, really, bao bun. Yes, exactly right, Chewy. So good. So good. Yeah, but the cheese here, people think, what is it with the cheese in this town? I am not a big cheese person. I don't eat a lot of cheese. Jake orgasms to mac and cheese. That's just not my thing. The people in this town love their cheese. Beecher's is a cheese brand. They have their own store on Pike Marketplace, and they're like in all these different restaurants where the Beecher logo is on the menu. And I'm just like, hey, bro, that's cool. Ain't selling me nothing.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Right? Yeah. Give me the Tillamook. Gooby, Jake, have you been to Elkhorn in Eugene yet?
No, never even heard of it.
Jake don't get out much. I mean, listen, I love Seattle. It happened very quickly, so it was quite stressful. I didn't have a lot of time to, the funny thing is we had picked one condo to live in. Do you know why we chose the one we live in now? Because the parking's better. The parking at this other place, the privacy gate was always broken. So in all these condo towers, the first floor of the garage they sell it to the public. And then everything else below that. And in my building, you have a different entrance. So the public parking people can't even get to the resident spots. But at this other place, and you should look it up. It's called Oni Seattle, ONNI Seattle. Like Paris Hilton performs there twice a year as a DJ. And their cars are routinely stolen and broken into. I was like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But check this out. I don't agree that you loved the food scene in Salt Lake, dude.
No,
the food scene in Salt Lake is mid as hell.
It's so overrated. Oh, listen, Monty, I got to tell you something. Salt Lake is a foodie paradise. Fuck that. No, it is not. No, it is not. There's so much fast food in Salt Lake, and people want to tell you, oh, the fast food here.
Fucking A.
It's gourmet fast food. No, it's fast food.
It's just like every other chain in every other state.
Oh, but Jake gets Cane's. Do you understand how excited people got over Cane's? Bro, it is. People in Utah think Swig is gourmet.
Because it's garbage.
Swig is not. Swig is good. It's not gourmet. That doesn't make it a food town. Right? When I think of food towns, I want good restaurants, handmade dishes. I want it all, man.
Yeah,
I want to be able to like bring it in and have the aroma and the flavors and layering and Mexican and Cuban and Irish food and Greek food and Indian food and
your mom's food.
Your mom's ass.
I'm a call eating motherfucker.
I'm eating it all, dude. Probably too much. Probably too much. Listen. No, I'm kidding.
Can I get a little dressing with that tossed salad?
Probably just went too far. Salt Lake is not a foodie paradise. It's the same 30 chain restaurants over and over again.
I mean, it is, dude. Facts. 100%, bro.
Man, bro, can I tell you, what's Jake, the fuck, oh my God. Hey, man, you want to go to Chuckarama?
Chuckarama.
Hey, man, they got the sirloin special at Chuckarama, because they won't say Chuckarama. Chuckarama. As much as I love Salt Lake City, and I am thrilled that I own a home there and have rental properties, and come on. Chicago, New Orleans, New York, Los Angeles, food towns. Seattle is absolutely a food paradise.
100%, dude.
The other thing that's really good here, the pho and the pho and the Thai food. Oh my God. You guys want to get crazy? My wife, we go to, is it Whole Foods? I can't remember where we got it, but we got a chicken breast or a turkey breast. She put it in a slow cooker last night. She homemade gravy that I pretty much drank out of a straw today. It is so good. It is so good. And I will continue to tell you that Steven wants to know, did you really just say that on your show? I did. Yes, I did. We did what we did. I make no excuses.
Iconic, dude. Iconic.
James tosses his own salad,
My fucking ass.
Okay. Taco Lopez on Redwood. Thank me later. So good. But you know what the problem is? Beto's on 9th in Salt Lake is one of the best Mexican restaurants in Salt Lake City. It's not
really
Red Iguana.
saying something, dude.
It's not Red Iguana, but it's actually really good. Jimmy, we finally have super chicks. Yes. I could not be more disappointed in the Bacavo.
Oh, piss off, dude. What are you talking about disappointed in the Bacavo? What are you talking about?
Juicy. The Bacavo, it doesn't suck. It's just not. The Bacavo doesn't suck. It's you built that son of a bitch up to be like the greatest breast meat any man has ever experienced.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
And it's not the greatest. It's not.
That's a requirement.
Right?
Shout out to Lee Jensen, bro. Miss you, dude.
Lee Jensen, my guy. Beto's breakfast burritos are awesome. They're so good.
Pico salsa burrito, bro. Undefeated.
Yeah. Beto's is elite. Yes. Yes. Monty drinking man gravy, dude. If it tastes like that gravy my wife made,
Honestly, that's our stroking, guys.
Monty, take the wife and dog to Snoqualmie Falls. We've seen signs for that.
Okay.
My dog is getting on an airplane for Thanksgiving.
Hold on. Did you change the light on the wall?
No?
The color of the light on the wall changed.
Oh, did it really?
It was purple, I think.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, the point is, I love Seattle. I miss the golf in Salt Lake City. I miss the people I golfed with. Once Jake moved to Eugene, I actually met kind of a small circle of golf dudes, which was fun. But you know, I love Seattle. I love Salt Lake. As far as where does Seattle rank?
Yeah.
You know, I'm 52, so it's been 30 years since I lived in Lincoln Park in Chicago. I loved living. I didn't live downtown, but off downtown Chicago is amazing. I have very fond memories, but Chicago was such a different town at that point. In my adult life, St. Louis sucks. Where else have I like Sacramento was amazing. Seattle's San Francisco by far. But you know what? Seattle and San Francisco are almost mirror images of each other. Seattle is very San Francisco. Yeah, San Francisco is probably number 2. Seattle would be 3. If Chicago's 1, San Francisco's 2, Seattle's 3. And then probably Salt Lake, but nothing will ever touch Huntington Beach. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know. Snoqualmie Falls is beautiful. Never been. Better food in San Francisco than Seattle. Oh, dude. Umbria for Italian food. I hope Umbria.
Umbria. Oh, man.
Umbria is so good.
Okay, I got to check. I'm going to check really quick.
It's
Hold on.
so good.
Yeah, let's
It's
see.
so good. So my dude wipes ran out 2 weeks ago, but since Manjaro on the scene, it's been solid, regular, and 2 sheets and a flush. I have been sick last 3 days going through TP, but bum gun next week. Okay. Bros, there's so much new research that says that butt wipes are bad for your butthole. So something to keep, yeah, way too much info.
It closed, bro.
Umbria is closed. Oh, I
closed.
love it.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Oh, I liked Florida. Texas would be second. Never lived in Texas, but spent a lot of time in Texas. Getting all your shots before you head overseas, you better. I don't know. I'm a big fan of living in a big city. I think, I just will continue to tell people that like Seattle's very different because it rains all the time. The rain in Seattle, it's unusual to have a downpour. Now I've only lived here a month, but in the month I've been here, usually it's a misting drizzle. I walked my dog today in 60 degrees in a misting drizzle, and it was lovely. It was lovely. I don't like when it's a soaking rain, because I'm not somebody who enjoys soaking.
Are you sure?
I left that behind so it's soaking, quaking.
Biologics.
If Pat McAfee can do it, I can do it. Right?
I think I've hit it every time.
All right. Jake, have you at all changed your mind after our meltdown over BYU and Texas Tech yesterday?
Nope. Texas Tech's going to win the ball game. BYU's going to cover, and it will go under.
Score 30 points, right?
Oh, man. Yeah. Gosh. Texas is going to score like 100 points in this game, dude.
Yeah, I looked that one up, and it is not probably going to happen. Jay Hill doesn't give up 30 points.
27-21. One possession game. Texas Tech wins it on defense.
Okay. I could see that. I don't know. I haven't changed my opinion. I think it's 27-24, 24-21. I really want to see Bear Bachmeier perform against this defense. That's what I want. I want to see Bear prove the haters wrong. That's kind of where I'm at mentally on it.
And it's totally possible too, by the way. I mean, I it's absolutely possible. I just, you know, I give the edge to Tech because it's, you know, obviously it's in Lubbock. So, I mean, I think that does matter.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild to me that this number is 10.5. That seems like a slap in the bag. But
Well,
only
I agree with what you said on
53.5.
Monday. I agree with what you said on Monday. It's to get people to buy BYU. That's what
That's all it can be.
that's all it can be. I mean, I haven't looked at the number, the movement in the number today. I mean, I assume that you can get this number in some places, you know, less than 10.5, but it's still sitting on ESPN. It's still sitting at 10.5. So, you know, I mean, I think I'll look real quick, but I think that this is a gambling man's line. This is not anything other than that. I don't think anyone believes that BYU is 10 points behind Tech.
You know, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think that's interesting. I think that's interesting. I am very interested to see how some of this plays out. I'll be interested to see how some of this plays out in this game because I think the trends that these two teams have stylistically, again, I think Tech's offense is going to struggle to be explosive against BYU's defense. Just from a stylistic standpoint, I feel like BYU has an advantage here. So,
Yeah.
What are you in? You look like you're intently
Yeah,
looking.
I'm looking, trying to get lines on this game. I'm trying to get to. I can never remember the site. But yeah, I was just trying to see what everyone had this game at because I do think the line's fascinating. I think it is 10.5 is absolutely on its face, you know, definitely disrespectful to BYU. But I you can't tell me that the BYU fan base isn't going to bring that number in a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I think when I look at the composite on this game, most people you can get it at 8.5. But you can also get it at 12, which I think is a huge number. And when I look at Vegas Insider, which is probably the site that I use most.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the right number on this game is probably 6.5, but that won't bring enough money.
But look at how this opened on Vegas
8.5.
Insider.
At
Yeah, it
8.5?
opens at 8.5 and it's graduated to 10 in a lot of places and now 10.5, obviously. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the Texas Tech crowd's getting in on the action early, and that's why the number's moving away from BYU. But that's kind of wild to me.
I think it's a really tough game to handicap. That's what I think. I mean, you look at the consistency in the number. I mean, across the board, it's 10 or 10.5 now. From Fanatics to FanDuel, ESPN Bet still has it at 10.5, 105. In a very short time. I think ESPN Bet's become the most consistent book on the internet. So, you know, I feel like if you can get it below 10, I probably would bet.
Absolutely.
BYU.
Absolutely.
I would bet BYU. That'd be my advice, but I don't know how likely that is. I think this is going to be a very close game. 10.5 is ridiculous. I think
I'm trying to understand what, like, I mean, if we set aside the obvious, hey, we want people to bet on this game situation, you know, I mean, clearly this line has to be about BYU's offense, right? I mean, certainly this wouldn't be about BYU's defense.
It's about Tech's offense. I would agree with that. It's about Tech's offense. And I mean, they've earned that. I don't know that they've seen a defense that is this much of a playmaker. I mean, obviously they just wore out. Tech's defense wore out Utah's offense, which always has the reverse effect. You're crushing your defense when you can't stay on the field. And I think we saw that with Utah. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's an insult. Ryan says, well, I'm done listening to this show. If you think Texas is better than Notre Dame, okay. Hey, man.
You've
As
lost all credibility, Monty.
As a Notre Dame fan and alumnus, I can see the fact that they were at a higher ranking than what may be deserved. Because, again, I don't think Notre Dame sucks. I am a passionate Notre Dame fan. I don't think Notre Dame sucks. What I think the issue for me is we have not played necessary competition to regain the footing that we have in the standings, in the rankings, rather. It's as simple. We lost the only 2 games that matter to us. And one of them was at the stadium. If we can't even defend our home field, how good is this club really? And I look at Texas, and Texas's defense, they're just so multiple. They can play in so many different sets against so many different styles. It's really hard to attack Texas's defense. Notre Dame's defense is not difficult to scheme. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. This team, Notre Dame's defense, in my opinion, really struggles in zone because they just don't practice zone. They practice man technique. And I think what we saw with Miami and Texas A&M is you saw a young quarterback in CJ Carr who didn't have the experience to compete against those clubs. And I very much understand that. But I feel like CJ's turned into a really good quarterback now. Would we beat this incarnation of Miami? Well, yeah. But we didn't get to play this incarnation of Miami. And Texas A&M, in my opinion, was just a better football team because the quarterback was simply a better quarterback at that point.
Certainly.
I don't think that's rocket science. I don't even think that's controversial. Fuck, man. Don't you think I want Notre Dame to make the college football playoff? I do. I absolutely do. But I take my fandom out of it and I analyze it critically. And I'm just telling you, Notre Dame's not one of the 12 best teams in the country right now. Texas is a better, more especially when Arch plays the way he played last weekend. Texas is a better, more well-rounded defense, and Arch is a better quarterback than CJ Carr when he plays like that. And it's 2 weeks in a row he's played like that. So,
and now we'll get to find out against Georgia. So, I mean, the great equalizer will be, or the great opportunity will be there. We'll if Arch plays against Georgia the way he played against Vandy, you can't dispute it anymore.
And I didn't love what I saw of our guys against BC. I think there is a little bit of that for me, that when I look at the lackluster opening, and I don't, and I'm not trying to be redundant, and I'm sorry if you find it redundant, but we don't have a killer instinct on this defense this year. And did Notre Dame escape Boston College? I think Colin Cowherd said they escaped Boston College. We beat Boston College soundly. Notre Dame was never in danger of losing that game, mainly because Boston College couldn't score in the second half. But we certainly were never in a position where we were dominating Boston College. And I think it's one of those games where, like CJ Carr, I felt like his numbers look great on paper. What was he, 299? I think it was 299 and 2 touchdowns in that game. And okay, but I don't feel like CJ played a great football game. Now, I could be wrong. I think Faison's emerged. Obviously, Jeremiah Love has really come into the back we all thought he was going to be the last several weeks, but this is not a dominant team. No, I agree, D-Rock. Notre Dame can't afford a BC moment from here on out. There's zero room for error. You got to beat wholesale ass the rest of the way. I think, my opinion is, if Texas wins out, Notre Dame's the team that's on the outside looking in until some of these other guys fall. And if Texas beats Georgia, Texas beats A&M, like now there's just so many moving parts. If Texas beats Georgia, Georgia's not falling out of the top 10.
But honestly, I mean, you're not you're fine here. I mean, look at the teams that are going to fall out of this, right? I mean, obviously, I have to think, Virginia's probably going to lose some credibility after some other teams win some bigger games. Ole Miss hasn't exactly broken into the CFP yet. So they're still a question mark team to me, even though they're really good. And then BYU and Texas Tech, right?
What do you mean really good? What do
Well,
you mean when you
Ole
say
Miss is a really
really
good team. Ole Miss is I think 6 is proper. I think you've got a great quarterback. Obviously, Lane's doing a great job. They're very competitive against any SEC competition. So again, when I look at this initial bracket, if this were to be the bracket, Ole Miss versus Virginia is an embarrassing game. I mean, that might as well be, to me. I mean, that might as well be.
That's
I'm
not interesting.
Yeah, I don't even need to
It's
watch
not
that game,
interesting.
dude. I
Yeah.
don't need to watch that game. And same, and again, Georgia in the 5 seed against Memphis potentially. I get it. That's just the luck of the draw there. But I just think that this, Ohio State down
Ohio
to
State.
Ole Miss, I think is a lock. Those
Hey,
teams there,
play the drop. Play the drop.
those teams there
Mhm.
are about as locked as you can get.
Ohio State.
Thank you. Thank you.
After that though, depending on who wins BYU Tech, is Utah able to climb up into the rankings? Who knows? And
Utah's going to have every opportunity.
so that's why I'm saying, like, I understand everyone's upset about Notre Dame, but the reality is they're going to fight the narrative about, hey, Texas potentially beat Georgia. Okay, is Georgia out of here then at that point, and Texas is in, and Notre Dame's still in, or like what are we doing? So that's
But
what I'm
it's
saying.
But isn't this the reason that the college football playoff thrives?
Yes.
What
Yes,
did you
it
say?
is.
How many times did you say that last year?
Yeah, it's why the format is so good, because it does come down to people making decisions and there's drama. I mean, this is the, and we'll get into it, but this is the Jerry Jones strategy. Hey, you got to stir it up. You got to stay in front. You got to always be pushing the narrative, and that's what the CFP does.
Jera. I would agree with that. And I do want to get in the Jerry Jones. I do. Half the chat is done with this show. Heard Monty say the same thing twice. No Country for Old Men is a great movie. If you like that, give Hell or High Water. It's a great movie. It is. Domer Wop.
Hey, Domer.
Hello.
Hello.
BC was an atrocious performance. We're still making rookie mistakes at week 11. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know what you guys think of this, but I feel like Marcus Freeman, the biggest hole in his coaching ability right now is fundamentals. Those little details. Aiden Schuler taking dude's neck off at Miami. Improper depth on the play that led to the field goal against BC is a really good example of this. Miscommunication in zone concepts. It's week 11, and our defense miscommunicates in zone concepts. And we only play, I don't know, you, Domer and D-Rock, you guys watch as much as I do. I think we probably only play half a dozen zone concepts a game defensively because we play so much man. But you look at Aiden wanting to blow a dude up instead of wrap, right? Like, I mean, if he wraps that guy, I think was it A&M? I think Aiden Schuler, I can't remember, but Aiden Schuler probably once every other week will put a shoulder into a guy's thigh, and maybe the guy falls down. Most times he doesn't. And then you'll see him come back and he'll approach with his hands. And that guy's on the ground. Aiden Schuler's a great tackler. He wants to be a great hitter, and he's not. SC, it was USC. Thank you, Marcus. It was USC. And it's incredibly frustrating that you had King Miller on the ground and didn't wrap. And it now, again, I don't feel like we were ever in jeopardy of losing to SC. That's just my opinion. I think we played really consistent offensive football through most of that game. But King Miller, to his credit, and I think Aiden Schuler with that tackle in the backfield, you see him miss with the shoulder hit. King bounces outside. But then what happens next time in the backfield? Schuler comes in, wraps up, tackle for loss. Right? And what Aiden's got much better at is now he's playing the football instead of the man a lot more when the ball's in the air, which you like that quite a bit more. But I don't know. I'm not trying to be a Notre Dame show, but I think we have had 23 missed tackles this year. It's been terrible for a team that you guys last year. Our signature was there are no yards after the catch. The yards after first contact, none, 0. Texas has a harder schedule than Notre Dame, so even if both teams win out, Texas will have better wins because Texas would have beat A&M and Notre Dame lost to them. Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I really don't. James waiting to reply, how does it feel? Massage or fingering probe? What is wrong with you?
So James, and let me see if I can grab it really quick. James commented a legitimate comment or a genuine comment about the butt buzzer. Right here. Here it is. There's a lot of research on my, quote, implant. It works. The goal is to strengthen the muscles around the colon. So then we scroll down and we get...
James, what are you doing right now, bro?
Feels like you are in a massage chair. It's more about your lower back.
Oh, yeah. Work lower.
I don't take any shit.
Okay. I mean, that's definitely one way to go about it, bro. No doubt. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
Fuck. Why, God? Why? Can LSU just shut up and hire a coach? So Verge Osberry gets the job yesterday as the full-time athletic director, right?
Yeah.
They remove the interim tag.
Right.
Wade Rouse, the new LSU president, goes on Nolan's radio today. I removed the interim tag. He's the acting AD. Guy, did you not learn from the governor what's the difference between an interim and an acting?
Absolutely nothing, motherfucker.
Like nothing. There's no difference. And then he followed that up with, but he's fully empowered to go higher. No, he's not. Nobody wants to work for an acting interim, not permanent asshole guy. I want LSU. I want LSU to be so good because LSU is one of those, how you have your team, like I'm Notre Dame, like I stroke it 21 times a month to Notre Dame. They totally get it. LSU is like the left hand. I'm a little bored. LSU.
Go to try me then.
Right? Like LSU, Notre Dame, LSU. Hey, baby. Right? Like it's that left hand. And now you said you removed the interim tag and he's,
You just have to start stroking guys.
Who's taking that job? Hey, Dan Lanning, it's interim, kind of not really full-time AD.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You suck.
Hey, Elaine. It's Verge over at LSU. Oh, yeah, you're filling in for somebody.
Yeah, seriously. Stupid ass questions, dude.
You're filling in for somebody. Like,
I mean, what do you even say to that, dude?
You're filling in for somebody.
Why, man?
Boom. Out of here.
Why?
Like, why? How is it this bad? How do you have no plan, no question, or no plan, no strategy? Again, this is what I've been saying. So fire Brian Kelly. He's the problem. Our AD sucks. Fire him too. Okay, cool. Well, the current AD just said that he's removing the interim tag and Buddy's the acting AD.
Help me. Help.
Let me get this right.
me.
You fired Mr. Family Guy only to be more embarrassing before you hired someone. Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations. Lane Kiffin just got the job in Florida if he wants it. That's what you did.
Idiots. I mean, honestly, how difficult is this, dude? Like, how hard is it to understand?
Yes, Scoop. They're winging it. Oh, let me go do this interview. Hey, so you removed the interim tap. Yeah, he's kind of temporary and stuff. Manpower. Over. Yeah, Verge came over from Manpower Services. I don't know any other staffing services by name.
Family.
You know, he literally said, according to Ross Dellinger, I removed the interim tag. He's the acting AD. He has my full authority to go find us a coach for the best job in America.
Hey, bud. Let me break some news to you. You're not the best job in America.
Not now, you're not.
Idiots.
Yeah, Mike. Acting AD, interview with Ron DeSantis.
Like, honestly, I mean, do you know how bad you got to mess it up to get a comment like this that's factual? I mean, like,
oh, man.
Dude.
Where would you rent? So, Florida, what's the best open job right now?
Florida is the best job. I'm telling you, it's you've lost all credibility at LSU, dude. You and by all accounts, Brian Kelly has handled the firing well, even though he ChatGPT'd the hell out of that letter that got posted on X today.
Who cares? It was good. Did you guys see that? Brian Kelly basically said, yeah, hey, happy to negotiate a settlement, but you sons of bitches are paying me. Family.
Family.
But you know, I feel like Florida's the best open job at this point. I'm not even sure it's arguable.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
12,000 people watching the show. You guys comment. Who do you think is the best job?
Well, I mean, now that James has added John Sumrall to his black book here, I mean, you know, come on, dude. Like, do you
James,
have no concept of like, come on?
You just went from massaging your colon to who LSU is going to hire. Maybe we settle down a little bit. You know. John Summerall is going to get a job, but not LSU. They're not going to hire. And I keep saying this, and I know that I don't kill guys like Oak State James does. Like, I don't have a tombstone of death.
Well, as Jared said, it's not murdering people, so you know,
it's just ending their careers and
there's no difference, though. I mean, come on. Like, what?
John, the problem is, okay, you guys are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Hey, James, the problem is, I believe John Summerall's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Could be wrong.
I personally believe.
I met John Summerall I met John Summerall in the Iraq, and you know,
family.
Trying to figure out, why do you have that sheep outfit on, bud? And he said, well, sheepskin is better like that. Sheepskin's better for the colon. Ask Oak State James. James said, I asked a question. I didn't say they should hire him. Just, is your mom's rack really supple? I mean, I'm not, look, I didn't say it was. I'm asking. Caleb? Anyway, the problem is Louisiana governor is going to scare away all the good choices. No, it's LSU. They'll get a job. I think it's time for a live chat call. Oh, my God. By the way, BDM sent one of the greatest videos ever.
There is a peen bomb in here, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, some people did point out to me that sometimes I don't warn you when Big Daddy Magic's going to go full crazy dude on us.
Yeah, Monty, I've got my 2 daughters in the back seat, and BDM's out here talking about poking the neighbor. I mean, come on.
which was amazing. Amazing.
Okay, hold on.
but- and-
Here it is. Please let me finish charting my 4 p.m. class. Over under that Dana appears in the next 2 minutes.
Bro, who's stopping you from doing anything besides your butthole? I mean, nobody's stopping you from charting anything, bro.
Bro, chart this,
What?
James.
What? What are you talking about? Like, who is stopping you? Why won't it let me play this video? Oh, it's an MOV. All right. I guess I need to
Just
go
play it
in.
on your phone, bro.
Yeah, I need to go in. Hold on. Chart this, James.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Hey, player. Buffalo beat Kansas City. Keep talking crap about Cole Bishop. You're not going to say anything because you're going to head on to your show and say, hey, thank you, sweet Jesus. The Bears quarterback has a penis. So long.
So long.
All right, bro. Thanks for
I
the
don't
contribution.
know. Yeah. So, James, who's stopping you from charting anything? Saw, dude. Hey, dude. Saw, dude.
Bruh.
Nobody, dude.
Bruh.
No. What are you talking about? Nobody is telling you to stop charting. James,
Erroneous on both counts.
isn't that why you got the butt buzzer so you'd stop charting yourself? I mean,
Hot ass.
Dana.
Dude.
Johnny
Bro.
Ringo. Six, seven. Casey will watch the film, make adjustments, and the Chiefs will. Dude, go chart.
Go,
your
you
show.
had to go chart. What are you doing?
You have a 4 p.m. group, rectally speaking.
We don't take any shit.
James does. Thanks to the
Yeah,
bug.
he does. Yeah.
The Chiefs will beat the Bills in the playoffs. I'm 100% confident of that. Well, congratulations, Buffalo, on that Super Bowl win.